work. So I hope till in 2 days we covered about collection and mainly about the array list, which is a list. Today is day number 3. Today is day 3 and last day, I hope, for the basics, because it's a crash course kind of thing. Because generally, if you go and try to learn a collection framework, I'm promising there are a lot of topic. It will minimum take, if you go in a proper way, 60 to 70 days to learn. So you understand 70 hour of course teaching in 1 and 1.5 hour. It's not that much easy, but I have to do so because this is a crash course. So map interface, and the people also don't have the, especially who work in organization, don't have that much of patience to learn and start their work for after 60 days. So map interface, right? So how the map interface works, so let me tell you. Collection is clear, then map is an interface. Map also have various classes, like let's say map, it have something called hash map, which you have to learn, which is very important for development purpose. Okay, especially in OIM people use this hash map. And there is shorted map. Okay, hash map is a class that you should understand, and map is a nothing but an interface. Okay, that you should know. Again, this hash map also categorize in various category, like one of them is linked hash map. So as the name suggests, linked hash map, if something is linked means here the insertion order is preserved, and in hash map insertion order is not preserved. Shorted map again divided in the various category, like let's say one of them is navigable map. Navigable map, and again navigable map, which came in 1.6 version, is Java 1.6, is divided in tree map. So that's all about the categorization. Here in this session our focus will be on hash map. So let's learn hash map. So how to do the things in the hash map? In hash map, in you should understand the concept of the map is based on key value pair. Let's say the concept of the map is totally based on key value pair. Let's say this map will look like something this. Actually, this map is derived from data structure called hash table. Okay, so let me show you how the things look like. So here the key value pairs are found, means, and everything here in object. You should remember these things very important. Don't think like a number or digit. Everything is object. Okay, so let's see like this something. Okay, so let's say first one is key, this one is pair. So let's say it's roll number 1 or employee id 1. Okay, let's say this employee id is 1, and student id 1, whatever you tend, his name is Sanjit. Let's say student id 2, whose name is Susi. Student id 3, and let's his name is Ajay. So the thing is, what you have to understand, this is key can not be duplicate, whether the value can be duplicated, means key should be unique and it could be duplicated. That's called key, that's called value. Okay, each key is associated with some value, and each row is called one entry. Each row is called one entry over here. Now what are the methods present over here? So let me go up. So what are the, it's called entry, right? Okay, so what are the methods present over here? That's the main area of focus, because at the end of the day you are going to use methods. So you should understand what are the methods present over here. Methods. Okay, so there are three useful method present in hash map. Okay, and that's a very useful map actually, which you are going to use most of the project you will do. So the first is key set. Okay, that's key set is first. Let me write in a small letter. Actually these are in a small letter. So key set, so you should not confuse. Then value, values, and third is entry set. So as the name suggests, you understand. So first of all, you should understand what is the return type of this. The main focus in everything whatever you learn in collection framework is return type. So it returns, okay. So returns something set object. Let me change the color. Set object, okay. It returns set object. Also entry set, since set is there, so you understand entry set also returns set object, okay. But values not return set object, it return collection object, that you should understand. And as the name suggests, key set will return all the key, values return all the values, entry set return all the entries, okay. Means let's say if I write key set, so it will give me the output like, let's say 1 2 3. If I write values, it will give Sanjit, Susi, Ajay. If I write set, entry set, it will give me this pair, okay. So in which form? In this form, okay. And very much important thing, this entry set, you should note, in entry set here, whatever you return, it's fine. But here data format is data format is entry. Entry is a format, like a string is a format data, entry is also a format of data. With this knowledge, you are happy to proceed in the lab. So let me add one, what I am doing here in the collection itself. Let me close all the things. I'm going to create one class, so I will make you understand. So let's create one class and let me give it a name. Let me create one class, let's say hash map, okay. So let me give a name, let's say, or test. How much? 5, right? Okay. Also I need main method, so public static void main, public static void main, public static void main. So the shortcut is write main control space and it will write, okay. Now inside that I'm going to create one hash map. How to create hash map? Hash map, so you have to specify. So let's say integer will be the key type, string will be the value type. This you have to prepare, okay. H equals to new hash map, okay. New hash map. And here also I am going to specify integer and string. After that, this example I'm going to take a very hardcore kind of example, so that two example are more than enough to understand the concept. So I just created one hash map, and this hash map will store integer as the key, string as the out means value. In order to do so, we have put method, we don't have add here, okay. So let's say 111, let's say Sanjit, let me copy it, paste it 4 times, 222, okay. And here let's type Susi, 333, let's type Ajay, and 444, let's type Nirmala, okay. If you want to see the output, first way, sys out, and just type H. So if you run this, you will see such output, okay. But this is not the desired output, right? Because it's returning the entry is H is nothing but it returning this complete map, because this is a map, right? And this map I pointed with the H variable. Which H variable? Let's say some address is there, and this is pointing to this map. So I'm just printing the full map. That's why this format. I just want to print key. Okay, how to print the key? So in order to do so, just come here. So that's the first way. Okay. Next, I want to print the key. So for that, I have a method key set. So it will give me a method called key set. But the thing is, this key set method means when I will write key set, it will throw me the key set, but the object which is written, the type is nothing but the set. Okay, the type is set. Means the object which is it's returning, okay, it will return me 1111, but this 1111 will be written or encapsulated within a circle, and the circle is nothing but a type called set. So I have to make it point it with the same kind of variable, let's say set as. Okay, but the thing is, here you can see cannot resolve, right? Because data type, first thing is object type, second thing is data type. It's going to return an object of set, but the data type is integer. Okay, next you have to press control space, and this you have to, or control 1, and import it. Fine. Now print s. So you will see you are getting all the keys. This example you should understand clearly. I written what I written, h dot h dot key set. When I written h dot key set, it will return all the objects. Means it will return all the objects. Means I will have this object. Okay, this object. It will return me object. A lot of object will be written, but this object, whatever it's returning, this will be encapsulated in a box, and the box is nothing but it's called set. So in order to access the set, what you have to do, you have to create your own variable of the set. Let's say I created one variable set s. It have some address, let's say 2222 something, and it's pointing here. So from this, if I'm writing print out s, means I'm printing this whole bunch of keys. Okay, till now we have no issue. Now I want values. If you type h dot values, it will immediately return all the objects as a value. Means it will return something like this. Means there will be a box. Means first of all it will return all the objects. It will return all the objects, let's say Sanjit, Susi, Ajay, whatever it is, and this will be encapsulated inside something called collection. Okay, collection, this is a object. Okay, collection. Now let's say how to read the data. In order to read the data, I will create one variable. Let's say the variable name is c. This variable will hold some address, let's say 453 something, whatever, and it will point to this location, and from there I will print the data. I will print the data. Okay, like this. So let's do that. I'm going to write h dot h dot, okay, is values. So it's this, what this values will do, if you want to know, just place your pointer, you will see it's going to return collection type of object. Okay, collection type of data. So I have to hold it in the collection type of data. That's it. Now press control space, and it's done, and the data type whatever it's returning is string. Just mention over here. Okay, sys out c, just print it. So we have this. Now very much important thing is entry. There you should not confuse. If I will write h dot entry set, what is going to do, just point the mouse pointer here, it's going to return set kind of data. Okay, it's going to return the object type is set, means it's going to return like this kind of object set, let's say s1. But the thing is, just keep here. Now, but what is the data type? Can I write string? No, I can't write string, because the thing is, can I write integer? I also can't write integer. If you point the mouse pointer, type mismatch. Okay, cannot convert map dot entry to set integer. Means it's returning a data type. It's not returning. It's not returning integer or whatever. It's returning a different data type, which is a combination of two data type, integer and string. That is called entry kind of data type. So here I have to write entry, and in this entry what kind of data is there? Integer comma string. If I will write so, okay, if I will write so entry and just press control space, okay, so it will remove the error. Also you can place the mouse pointer here, so you can see you have to mention like this: set entry integer string and followed by the variable. It's very easy using Eclipse IDE. Then sys out, you have to type s1. So if you type s1, okay, so again you can see you are not getting the things, you are getting the object. Means here if you are writing, what is happening, just try to observe the things, try to observe the things. If I am writing h dot entry set, if I am writing h dot entry set, this is returning entry sets, this is returning entry sets. Inside the entry set we have key value pair, right? Inside the entry set we have key value pair, key is there, okay, value is there, right? And this kind of thing we have. Again we have key, we have key, we have a value associated with the key, we have value associated with the key. Again we have a key and we have a value associated with it, like this. Okay, so it's, so what is the type of data? See, this kind of thing, and it is returned in the object, okay, that is called set. So in order to hold, we have to create one variable, right? We have to create one variable, let's say s1. S1 have a address, let's say 3333 something like this, and S1 is pointing to this. When I'm typing S1 dot, let's say if I'm typing S1 dot, so it's not able to read, because your S1 is should not be only the set type. Also, what kind of data is going to read, the data type should also be defined with S1. So S1 is actually entry type of data, okay, entry type of format of data. Okay, S1 is entry format of data. Means what is the meaning of entry type of? It's combination of, let's say, integer or string. Okay, so now I hope you know, I hope till now you know, if you want to read uh, objects one by one, we use generally for each loop, right? So here I will run a for each loop and I will read the data. How I will read the data? This is not a correct way to read the data. I will run a for each loop for s1, right? That's the entry set, right? For each entry set, okay. And what is the type of element inside there? Entry, okay, integer, string. Okay, let me take one variable, let's say ss. Okay, so for each entry, for each element present in the s1, means s1 is this, means s1 is pointing to this. Each element present in the s1, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read them. I'm going to read all the entry with ss variable. So I will write s out ss dot, okay, and here I need to read them, right? So I will write get key plus ss dot get value. That's it. And if you run this time the code, you will see this kind of output. So guys, this is all about hash map. Okay, this is the way hash map actually works. Okay, let me take one critical example to make you understand. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it little harder. Okay, I hope you understand this example. Let me take another class, let's say test 6. In this class, initially we have only string, right? So you don't have any issue with that. Now I'm going to make it harder. I'm going to take real objects. I hope you remember we have emp class. Okay, so either you can take emp or student, whatever you want. Let me take emp class. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to create first of all hash map. So hash map, okay, and I'm going to I'm going to create let's say integer, and the second data type will be, let's say, emp data type. Okay, and I'm giving the name h equal to new hash map. new hash map. Okay, integer will be the key, and in the place of value I'm going to put the object. Yes, I can put. Okay, control space. Okay, just hit this. Okay, okay, fine. Now till here we don't have any issue. I successfully created one map. What is mean by this? Here in place of Ajay, I am going like Sanjit and Ajay, whatever you can see. This place you will have something called new EMP. Okay, and in the new EMP, some other thing will be encapsulated, which is EMP ID and EMP name, which is nothing but, let's say, EID. Okay, and ename will be encapsulated here. Let's say EID we have, let's say 111, and let's say ename will be to Sanjit. This way you have to print the things. So how to do so? So I let me add the entry quickly. So h dot put, okay, 111, and I'm going to add one object. Let's say give me one. Okay, the same picture I am following, and let me add the Sanjit object. So new EMP with EMP ID 111, and let's say name Sanjit. Fine, I added one object. Similarly, let me quickly add few more objects. Let me add 222. Let's say Susi. 333. Let's say Adriana. I added. Now what? If what? Just try to observe the things. You will understand. If I will print H, what it's going to print? It will print key with the object reference, right? See, it will print key with the object reference because it's not a string, it's an object complete. So we have to fetch the data. That's the one thing. How to fetch the key? You already know how to fetch the key. H will give you one method, key set. Key set will give you the key. Key set will give you the key. If you point the mouse over here, you can see it will return set, okay, and integer. So it's very easy. If you don't want, just put here and copy this, paste it, and that's it. Let's say S, okay, and press control space or otherwise control 1, whatever, and import it. Okay, or better, put star. It will valid for all the packages. Now what? I am going to sys out S. If I will print, it will give me list of, okay, fine, it should be like this. Now let me run. So you can see one, two, three objects, three keys, and three keys. Now I want values. Just use your brain, you will understand. H dot values. Now what it will return? You just put the pointer, it's going to return some collection, and the data type will be EMP. So just put the mouse pointer over here and just copy it. That's it. Paste it, and let me give C. And if I will write sys out and I will print C, what you think? What going to be printed? It's going to print the values, right? Means it's going to print this one. Print the object. You already know if I try to print an object directly, okay, without its reference variable, it will simply give me the reference IDs. If you don't believe, just print it. So same reference ID you can see over here, but I don't want the reference ID. Rather, I want the data inside the reference ID, right? So how to get the data? I don't want this reference ID, whatever blah 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 is there. I want the data inside this. So one thing is for sure, whatever it's returning, the return type is a collection. Okay, the return type is collection. Means just come here. This C dot, if you write here, you can see whatever the collection you have here, you can see we have the collection right now. So one question may be in your mind. See, the people can think in different ways. See, it's returning me one collection object. Can I typecast it to the string and print it? Let's try. Definitely it's not work, but let me show you what will happen. This c dot means, let's say the c is nothing but an object, right? It is h dot value, or you can see c is nothing but an object, collection object. Okay, means if you want you can typecast, let's say in a string. So see what could be happen. Let's say if you type in a string and string s, let's say, or let's say ss, something you can take. See, you will get an error. What is the error? Cannot cast collection to string. You always typecast. See, you should always remember one thing. From lower to you can typecast to higher. Why we typecast? We typecast to go up, not go down. Collection is the bigger data type, string is lower, so you are going lower, right? So that's why it's, this solution is not going to work over here. So think what you will do to get the data. Just pause the video, try to think. This you are getting, you just want this thing inside that. How you will do that? Just try to think first. So maybe if you gone through my previous session, I told, just try to observe the things. It's what it is. What is this? This is a collection, right? It's returning something, a collection object. And you know how to read the data inside the collection object in the very first tutorial I shown. In the collection, if you have to read the data, you will use for each loop, right? So that's the easy solution, right? So write a for each loop in the collection. See, I want to read all the data, and the data type is employee, right? All the object are emp type. And it's very easy. Sys out e dot eid plus e dot ename. That's it. Just run the code. You will see such kind of output. 11 Sanjit, 12 Susi, 333 Adriana. Okay. Now, now it's time for entry. How you will deal with that? H dot entry set. What entry set will do? Entry set will return entry. Okay. If you point the mouse, it will show you what to write. Just copy and paste. Okay. And let me take a variable. Let's say s1. Okay, that's it. So, and also press control space or control 1 and import it. Okay, java.util.map. Fine. Okay, now what is that? S1 is having what? Just try to observe. S1 is having this thing, entry. This S1 is having this entry. If you try to read the data, how you will read? Again, see, it's a box. Inside the box, if circle is there, how to read? Using for each loop, right? Quickly write the for each loop for the data for S1, each entry present in that. What is the data type? Entry is the data type, right? And integers and emp. Let me take ss something, a variable to read the data. Okay. And here just like write sys out. Now ss dot. If you try to write, let's say get key. So oops, ss dot get key. So you will get the key. Let me first show you how the key will look like. See, we are getting the key. Now problem will arise here. If you type ss dot get value, again the value is what? The value is again an object. You can't write again. For the reading this, you need a separate kind of loop. Okay, just think. If I write, you will get reference, right? You are getting reference. So this means this solution is not going to work. Means this solution will give me key properly, but whatever the object, it will, I can't read. I need to read the data inside the object. Okay, means the thing is, what I'm writing, ss dot get value. Let's say, what is this value? This value is nothing but this object, right? Which kind of object? Employee type of object, right? This is nothing but an object, right? So let's say it's an employee type of object. Now if you try to read, now sys out, let's say you try to read e dot eid. Let's see if we are able to read or not. See, we are able to read. Again, plus e dot ename. Try to read. Okay. is working fine. Let me do one thing. Let me remove the ln so it will not give the new line, and let me add space little bit so it will get a good texture in output. See, okay, Sanjit, get me space here. So you can see we are getting the correct output. What I did, this get value is going to return. If you put the mouse pointer, see its return type is emp, it's returning an employee object. What I did, I put that employee object in a variable e, means this e is there, this object I refer with e, and e dot eid and e dot ename I did, and this way I printed the thing. So if you are whatever from the three lecture, this is the last lecture, what you understood is, I'm sure knowing the object diagram and object related thing is very important. If you are good in objects and how the objects are traveling from one place to other place and pointing the reference, how the reference works of a object and these things, so I don't think this hash set hash map will create a lot of issue for you. Okay, so guys, this is all about the thing, but generally we don't have this kind of that much of tough kind of thing. You have to deal with the strings. Okay, I hope you have a clarity now. Okay, so this is the way we deal with the things. Okay, this is the way we use HashMap. So guys, thank you so much for joining this session, and keep it up, and just if you have any issue, just comment it here, and so, and let me know how the things are working for you. Any issue you are getting, just let me know so I can help you. So guys, thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye bye.